Hey guys, so today I wanted to sit down and talk with you about how you can start transitioning before you even see the doctor for estrogen or start seeing a therapist. Now, I had 2.5 year gap where I really started to develop out kind of who I wanted to become and pulled inspiration from other people to really feel like, yeah, this is the kind of person I really see myself becoming. So, here's what I recommend for you guys. First off, knowing as much as possible about transitioning prior to going and see a doctor or a therapist is a good thing. Make sure you go and do your research. Learn about what it is to be transgender and the what the options are, because not every person has to go and have surgery. So if you are not comfortable in your skin but you feel more feminine or you feel like a woman, does not mean you're obligated to go and get a boob job and go and get a sex change surgery and face plastic surgery and grow out your hair and, date men or date women or whatever it shall be. You're not obligated to anything. Everyone has their own lives and everyone can make their own decisions. So straight off, do the research. Know the pros and cons. And if you don't know the pros and cons, go and learn the pros and cons. Even if you've already started, it's good to know what you need to expect. I'm 11 months in, almost a year. Almost a year. It gets a little crazy for a while. And it is going to be a little difficult, especially for the first couple of months, depending on your side effects. Second off, I think it's really important for you to maybe practice your voice or whatever you think are your problem areas. So like on me, I personally did not like how raspy and how manly my voice had sounded, so I decided to go and start voice lessons. I did voice lessons for a good 8 months and I felt like I could continue to do them. It was just a little pricey, so I cut it off for the time being. The guy was great. He was a lot of help. He's very supportive of everything. And I definitely recommend that to someone who doesn't necessarily like how they sound. Voice lessons are great. Just do your research and make sure they're specialized in male to female transition. Because having him know some background on transgender people was beyond helpful. Third thing I'd say is hair. I've been growing out my hair since freshman year. I cut it right before starting freshman year of high school. Now it's been just about 4 years since then. And of course I've gotten it trimmed. A lot of people's hair tends to grow a lot faster than mine does, but unfortunately I was not blessed with that. But I was blessed with extremely dark and thick body hair. My main problem that I noticed was I'd get this really dark 5 o'clock shadow after like an hour after shaving in the morning. And it also started to get a lot of hair growth in my sideburns, and I did not like how that looked. I decided to invest in laser hair removal. Now, if you go to Groupon, there's a bunch of deals on there. I'm telling you, the place I went to, it was like one body part for 6 months for like $300. And I was like, okay, we're gonna go get my entire face done. And we jumped on that stuff. It was, I'm not kidding, one of the best things I've ever done for myself. As you can see right now, I did just shave like yesterday, but before yesterday, I had waited 4.5 weeks. 4.5 weeks. That before I was shaving every single day. And right now, I'm only a year into my laser hair removal treatments. And that's just with my face. Everything else, I started about February-ish. It's been like 10 months for the rest of my body, and I've already have extreme improvement in loss of hair growth. And I'd say I have to shave like a third the amount that I used to. And again, that is so helpful, especially for someone who is just like go, 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 and doesn't want to spend an hour shaving every square inch of your body, especially when, it's not always easy. It is a little pricey, but for the results, I'm not kidding, within a year, I saw substantial improvement, like to the point where I could even stop. Like I'm happy with how it is to the point where I could even stop. if you guys are interested in hearing more about an update later on that, I'll definitely fill you guys in on my laser hair removal experience. The fourth thing that I think is really important for someone to look into if you're interested in these kinds of things is tutorials. I watched so many videos of people doing their makeup before I came out as transgender. So many videos. Like every single night I'd watch like 6 tutorials and I was obsessed. Literally, I was obsessed with people's makeup videos. But I'm self-taught. I've never had anyone show me how to do my makeup. And so this is where I'm at now after having taught myself and going through the process for 4 years. Same with hair. No one taught me how to do my hair and how to grow out my hair, how to take care of it. I had the occasional person help me like cut it or color it or, you know, maybe like, ooh, use that product. And so I try it, but, you know, just the occasional. It wasn't like, here, this is how you curl your hair. This is how you straighten it. That all I learned by myself as well. And yeah, another video on that will also be coming up in the near future. Learn how to do the things and the skill sets that you think will be necessary for you to feel comfortable with, you know, yourself. Because makeup, hair, nails have all helped me feel extremely confident in myself. Fifth thing, walking. Now, I walked kind of like outwards and like randomly, and I paid attention to how other people walked, and I was not particularly a fan of how a lot of guys walk, like outward, like feet pointed outward and like apart from each other. So I spent a lot of my time working on walking in a straight line. Literally pick a straight line, whether it be like a parking lot line or a concrete line like on a basketball court, or even the basketball courts, like, you know, outside lines. Literally, if you want to walk in a line, pick a line, walk on it, walk on it, walk on it. And then once you think you've got that walk down, trust me, this took me a long time, look up, notice where it is in the far, 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 far front of you, and walk down that line without looking down. And then when you're halfway there, look down, check where you are. Don't move yourself back onto the line if you fall off. Look back up and continue down that line until you hit the end of it. And I want you to see if you can walk that straight line without looking down. A lot of people have commented that I look like a supermodel and that I look like I have a lot of confidence. And I really think it's dedicated to that walk, that straight line walk. So one foot in front of the other, literally. Telling you, practice it. It definitely has helped me feel and look, I guess, a lot more confident. Lastly, the most important thing about transitioning is pronouns. If you are ready to come out and tell people that you are transgender, don't be scared to ask them to call you by the pronouns in which you prefer. I had a hard time coming to terms with me wanting to be identified as she, to the point where I waited until after meeting my therapist before asking everyone to call me she. And I regret it because I feel like my life could have been so different if I had just taken the steps, whether it was just my family, like my really close family, you know, like literally the people I live with and my best friends, and then expanding on it. I feel like I could have been closer and grown more and felt more comfortable and confident in my own skin even prior to meeting my doctor. And I really think that's why doing all of this is so important before going and asking a medical professional to put you on a self-induced testosterone or estrogen supplement. If you walk in there with makeup, hair, nails, outfit put together, your walk down, your talk down, your laser hair removal started, like the whole shebang, trust me, it's going to be hard for them to say no. I know because I did it. My close friend had gone for 3.5 months before she was approved to go onto hormones. I went twice. And not like, ooh, you want to like get right through that process. There's a process for a reason. They want to make sure like this is truly what you want. And if you have been living as female and identifying as she for a huge chunk of time before you go and meet a therapist or an endocrinologist. It really just, it makes them feel comfortable. Truly makes them feel like, oh, they are ready, they are prepared. They probably know more about the subject than I do. Being true to who you are and becoming the person you want to be because it makes you feel comfortable is all that's important. And if you're happy with who you are and where you are in life, don't change for anybody else. I want you guys to all know you are beautiful, and regardless of what circumstances you may be in or what anyone else has to say about you, you are beautiful, you are important, and you are your own person, and make the decision for you and not for anyone else. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know if any of these tips helped you through your transition, or if this wasn't necessarily your kind of video, go ahead and check out any of my other videos. And if you guys are interested in staying connected with me, feel free to check me out on social media. All the links are in the description box right below. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Hey guys, so today I have my brother here with me, and we're doing my first Halloween makeup tutorial for this October. And for Halloween, we all wanted to get together and do this little trick-or-treat night together. And I'd never gone out trick-or-treating on my own. They were all like, oh my gosh, you should dress up like a girl. You should totally dress up like a girl. And I was like,